Hello, I'm Andrei Bogdanov. I'm Principal and CEO of Risk Insights. The fourth industrial revolution is transforming the global economy at an exceptional speed. The transparency and abundance of real-time information on companies is accelerating the shift to stakeholder capitalism, making companies accountable for more than profit optimization alone. It's not just about who makes money anymore. It's about how our actions and business decisions play a role in creating a sustainable future for everyone. Risk Insights has launched a new product under the ESG GPS banner. ESG GPS X-Ray. X-Ray visualizes actual ESG-related materiality factors for every listed corporation, and its observations provide a sector comparison for companies. This is a major impact step from Risk Insights to assist the world towards carbon neutrality in an effective and transparent manner.
Today, there is a lot of enthusiasm around sustainability and energy, but there are 9 things that are missing in the ESG. Firstly, lack of standardization in both how data is disclosed and how data is reported. Lack of monitoring. There isn't a robust way today to monitor that performance over time. Lack of automation. Manual processes such as survey data collection, which increases the cost of compliance. Most of the available data is unquantifiable in nature, and if you look at the ESG data reported, only a small percent were numerical, and the rest of the data is unstructured data in nature. If we look at most integrated reports, which are published once a year, 90% of the data throughout the document is text and the rest is numeric. This does not mean that 90% of the data is not valuable. However, there is a lot of information from the unstructured text that is embedded in there. As you can see, the data comes from different sources such as PDFs, web pages, news, images, and most of this data is unstructured data. Companies must collect data from different internal and external sources in several formats and schemes. This data comes from annual reports, ESG sustainability reports, CDP report policies, the law of the land, and of course, news feeds. This means that there is also a huge amount of data that companies need to analyze to ensure that there is no decline in the ESG performance. Without any doubt, only with the help of AI can companies enhance ratings and reporting. AI allows us to collect and analyze mountains of data that hold essential information for ESG investing. AI creates cost efficiency over time with less capital and less labor intensive. Risk Insights, by using natural language processing, has been able to extract and build important visualization of ESG variables that can assist risk management, risk appetite, and competitive positioning of companies in a transparent, consistent, and independent manner. This leads to empirical insights with no confusion. As you can see, we collect huge amounts of structured data and unstructured data. And since the majority of the data is unstructured data, we use an information retrieval algorithm to extract the important information. For example, the carbon emission consumption scope 1, 2, and 3. Risk Insights has gone one step further by visualizing all these information into an intelligent dashboard. Now, let me take you through the X-Ray dashboard. From the top of the page, you can select the exchange that you prefer. Currently, X-Ray offers 5 exchanges: the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, Nigerian Exchange Group, Nairobi Securities Exchange, Ghana Stock Exchange, and the Borsa Istanbul Exchange. Once you have chosen your exchange of preference, you can select the sector that you prefer to view. For example, the banking and financial services sector or the healthcare sector. Your chosen sector will then allow you to select the company that you wish to see, as well as the data for that company. You are given even more control with 2 more filters. One for the data from a specific year going back to 2019, and the other filter, which is select which ES or G factor. Now, if we scroll down a bit, we find the latest news about this company. X-Ray has a port that works daily to capture all the news and basically present it here in the dashboard. A bit further down, you will find an overview about ESG for this specific company. For example, the overall ESG rating, the market cap, the TF-IDF score pulled from the natural language processing algorithms, Then you have the 3 ESG factors and how this company reported on each one of them. As we scroll further down, we can see the trends of data and different categories of the environmental data. For example, here you can select various categories: renewable energy, waste, and so on. This is going to show you a comparison in performance in different years. For example, in 2021, this company has a total waste of 55,743 tons. And then, if you go to the next bar, you will see the total waste in 2020 was 57,276 tons. And of course, this will also show you the value for non-hazardous and hazardous waste. Scrolling down further, we are shown every category by itself. For example, waste in 2021. You will find the total waste, hazardous waste, non-hazardous waste elements, and the amount that Company A reported on. We also find the energy for 2021. First, the consumption total, and then the electricity purchases, shown to you in megawatts. Scrolling down, you will see another 2 categories: renewable energy and water. In renewable energy category, total energy consumption is reported. On the right side, when looking at water category, we find 3 variables, such as water consumption, total water recycled, and water discharge. If we continue scrolling down, carbon emission category will show scope 1, scope 2, and total CO2 emission. Risk Insights also looks directly at the policies that have been reported by the company, and X-Ray shows you which policy on the environmental factor have been reported in 2021. For example, they do have ISO 14000, carbon emission, and e-waste reduction policies. X-Ray will also show you which category that has not been reported by that company. For example, this company did not report on the fleet data and other emissions such as nitrogen oxide and sulfur oxide. Now, if we return to the top of the page and look at the social factor, you will see the same year's ESG GPS overview and the latest news like previously. But now, if you look down at the trends, you will find different categories. For example, categories based on employees, safety, training, diversity, turnover, and social policies. When we scroll down to view the trends of the social factor and compare it with the previous 4 years, it shows you the number of employees in 2021 was 62,000. In 2020, it was 64,000. And in 2019, there was 63,000, and so on. So, the same thing applies to the number of females and the number of female managers. Scrolling down further, you'll see every category by itself. Here are the employees in 2021. You will find out that there is a number of employees, the percentage of female employees, the diversity and equality category. We can see here the board's gender diversity is 39%. We can also see the percentage of black board members is 15%. The female employees is 23%, as well as executive members' gender diversity. Scrolling down will also show you the employee overall accidents and fatalities in 2021. Then, if you go down, you will see the training costs for the company, and of course, the total donations in 2021. Here, you will find all the social policies that has been reported by this company. For example, flexible working hours, employee satisfaction surveys, and so on. If we look at the right, we can see categories that the company did not report on. For example, they did not report on health and safety, training, and the BEE level. Finally, if we scroll back up, we can also select governance, which shows different information. And that concludes this presentation. This is our product, ESG GPS X-Ray. The latest from ESG GPS ratings and risk insights. Navigate towards sustainability.